they're just swarming. Secret. Ooh, that's a good way to start things as lugseN finds the first kill. Already imoRR with those dualies, but they found a kill on upper, and now that's the change of their game plan as they're hitting A, but lugseN hitting his shots. Not able to hit more than one, though, defending that site. Getting 2 kills in this round so far. Bomb has been planted. They want to go on a quick retake. Calyx needs to check below him, and he's not going to do that. Not at least a heck of a lot of damage, but so much space acquired. Unexpecting lugseN towards CT spawn. That will give him a frag and put this back into a 4v4. Maybe even slow things down for Ruby now. Can you expect Kaide in this position? Now you can. Now you see him in an easy frag. Maybe they wanted too much too early, sending players on scouting missions. Now not completely secure is this round for Ruby. They did find that opening kill. This, though, shifts the balance of power in their favor. lugseN not being punished for that repeak. And imoRR there to support his opera. 3v3. They want to take out the player on the outside position. The flick, not going to happen. That was just a bait. Smoke coming in. Calyx expected. But lugseN returning the favor. imoRR as well. And it's only Fozil left. Missed shot. My main lugseN's demise. But with 15 seconds on the clock, he needs to rush for that frag. He needs to find it as soon as possible. Just playing with him. Does Fozil have the time to plant the bomb? The answer seems to be positive. And imoRR, he's not going to fall for that. He's just going to pull, or rather push towards the site and just play for the time to collect eternalfire's first round, and even killing Fozil. One could punish them a lot, and it will be a fast approach towards A. Kaide completely blind. That MAC-10 only serving as a distraction. imoRR double, not enough to keep them at bay, but there's EMSTAR with a double of himself, and it's only one player left. 1v3. And there's really little he can do, though overextending is Calyx, which maybe gives the last Ruby player a chance. It's McQueen looking for a clutch, and a 1v3 when he finds the first. It doesn't seem completely impossible now, especially with the bomb on his back. And the CT players not playing completely together. That might give him an opportunity for those isolated duels he needs. A lot of time left on the clock as well. 60 seconds is more than enough to think about his options. Consider what he can do. 2 nades as well at his disposal, though. There will be some contact here. Not expecting EMSTAR and unable to tap him down. And that will be the second round for EF. No, this time utility used and it will halt them. A lot of utility expended already. imoRR finding a kill and another double through the smoke as he was completely blind on that second. Finally an answer coming in from Ruby, but short-lived as it's McQueen. Last round it was a 1v3, now a 1v4. Failed at that hurdle last time around. Let's see what he can do, but so many CTs on that A bomb site, and this time he did pick up the bomb, but what do you want to do? You want to send a Glock just as bait, and then an AK coming in, but they've seen the AK. They know what's going on, and lugseN not going to fall for that bait and switch. Calyx there to support him as well. Seems to be like a cleanup. The player tucked in only has a Glock. Nothing he can do. No chance to even deal some damage, at least not a considerable amount. And trades coming into the favor of eternalfire as they quite quickly tie things up. As you can see, it does lead to imoRR questioning himself, and Calyx finally rotating through splitter towards B. And it seems like it's split, but there you go. imoRR going through Squeaky, finding a double, cleaning things up in lobby. And that tosses the wrench into the gears of Ruby, as they have no idea what's going on the map currently. Though, Kaide might catch somebody off guard, but only with the MAC-10. Against 2 players wielding rifles, there is little he can do. And the players that went through Secret a long time ago now, no chance of winning this round. Best bet is just to save that AWP and that AK, and they will be doing just that. It's eternalfire getting now into the lead. And this was a very confident round coming in from them. A good play from imoRR. Good communication as well. eternalfire now on the back foot, it seems. Just edging that smoke is imoRR, looking for something, and he hears the footsteps. Easy frag, but there's the trigger discipline, communicating quite well. Let's see what he can do. Oh, that's beautiful. A double guaranteed and looking for more. Why the hell not? imoRR is smurfing on Nuke, but gets shut down finally. It's a 1v2, not completely impossible. With 40 seconds on the clock, though, he needs to isolate the duels, and that's not going to happen. jresy with the final frag. When we cross that halftime mark, EMSTAR might get caught off guard. He will find the first frag and actually gets away with it with 100 HP, no less. But that gives Ruby a lot of space. They already are in secret. imoRR trying to hunt them down, but they will overwhelm him. And Fozil playing the lurk. This could still go to the hand of Ruby. As now, they're just going to play it a bit slower. They're through the smoke. EMSTAR finds a frag. Now that lurk needs to come and play. But he will not find anybody. Around the smoke, the Turkish players go. And Calyx finds another. Finally gets taken out. A player in hand for eternalfire. They need to get to the side. That's a nice shot from Fozil. And that tilts this round to the favor of his side. Maybe finding another. Not going to happen. It's McQueen trying to clutch things out, and finding the kill onto Splitter actually gives him a chance, but only for a bit. And there's more than enough time for jresy to finish this round off, defuse the bomb, and of course, guarantee victory. And it seems that eternalfire are quite hungry. Calyx as well. Forward push finds the opening kill, and nobody able to find the trade. Maybe overstays his welcome, though lugseN is the one that dies. A 4v4 with Calyx still playing quite deep in trophy room. A solid amount of utility still at the disposal of eternalfire. Calyx might want to get the hell out of dodge before that smoke fades, as he is on 39 HP. Best bet he finds a kill and gets traded back right away. Picks up that AWP that lugseN lost. So he can still play ramp and at least have some presence for his team. Not let Ruby gain control of that part of the map, and they know it as well. So they're going to go toward the outside positions and see what they can find there. With 40 seconds on the clock, it's not really a case where they're in a hurry, but they do want to hurry up and get at least close to a site at this point in time. EMSTAR, first point of contact. They want to get that trade quite quickly. Not even trade necessary, as Fozil finds the headshot. Looks for more. jresy, good trade on him. But imoRR tucked in. One more time for him to be the hero of his team. Missed shot from the off. imoRR might get a double here, and so he does. Even getting away and letting Calyx the site quickly enough. Two players defending it. Not going to be the easiest take of this side, or rather clear of this side, but Calyx finds a double in lobby, and that really relieves a lot of the pressure. These duelies singing, but they know where the last player is, though he continues to find the kills. It's not a surefire round for eternalfire still, as McQueen is still alive and kicking. Finally, the trade comes in, almost stealing away this round, but he's going to tuck himself there. EMSTAR finds an opening kill. $600 in his back pocket. They want to put these MAC-10s to good use, especially now that they should be aware of the fact that Ruby are only wielding USPs. So it's imoRR's and EMSTAR's time to collect a few kills, get a solid chunk of change for themselves. They do need to clear everything out quite thoroughly. Even USPs can deal a heck of a lot of damage, especially when there's a few of them stacked on a side, which is the case for the B-bomb site here, where eternalfire are currently heading. So even though there was no investment for Ruby in this round, this could still be dangerous for eternalfire. Don't want to say that it could go either way. It should be heading to the Turkish side, but you never know. When it comes to a stack, that HE should deal a solid amount of damage. Actually, not a lot of damage, but the MAC-10s should be clearing everything out, and they're doing just that. lugseN actually grabbing the double, and it's only McQueen with his USP. He was boosted up on ramp, but nobody showed it. He's trying to bait somebody to be relieved of his gun. Not going to happen. jresy, right place, right time. The bomb will Molotov on default, and now the attack comes in toward that A-bomb site, but already a kill going to the hands of Ruby, and eternalfire are in trouble. They need to find a kill, but unable to find more than one. A quick change of their game plan leads them to ramp. which is currently empty, which might give them a foothold at least closer to a site than they were before. Hasanator just listening and finding intel for his team. A quick rotate coming in from Ruby, and already more than a few players around that B-bomb site. It will not be an easy mission for eternalfire to actually break things open here. They will stick that plant, which gives them an opportunity. No utility left to use as they drop that flash now. They need to fire away, and they need to do it well. imoRR collects a kill, and that relieves some of the pressure, but they need to continue finding frags. As Ruby is quite close to this retake, but one by one the CTs fall. Now it doesn't seem so safe. A 1v1, and McQueen knows where the last player is. The duelie's firing away. He still has an op on his back, but he wants to try with the dualies. lugseN, that even on such little HP, one bullet away from dying, you can still find a way to be useful. EMSTAR, though, he's not going to be useful for his team. Double dinked through the smoke, and jresy low as well. Calyx dead. Trying to find an opening towards ramp. Bit discombobulated this round from eternalfire. Trying to make things work on every part of the map, and wherever they go, they fail at that. McQueen ready with his AWP, and that big ring fires away and maybe even seals the deal. 5v2, such little points of health, and as soon as this smoke fades, jresy is under duress. Not even going to be the case, and it's map number 1 closed out by Ruby players, and let's see if McQueen can do something with this op. First shot missed, needs to pull back and reposition. He still has teammates there to support him. eternalfire trying to make their way to the side. Kaida in trouble as he's between a rock and a hard place, but no scope hits. Looking for more with that op, but both players taken away, and Fozo as well. A player going through the smoke and finding a frag, but that wasn't enough, and it's only a Hasanator left in a 1v2. Trying to salvage this round and still give hope to Ruby in this first half. A very important round for both teams. But solid positioning from eternalfire, and only one piece of utility. Now 2 left on the last CT. Has that incendiary he can use. He's not going to stick that defuse, as he's trying to bait them out, but not going to go his way as jresy finds that kill. imoRR has support, though he might fall to the op of... Oh, all right, sorry. Wanted to say that McQueen might get the kill on him, but imoRR has smelt blood and finds another frag here. That forces a rotate, but will they rotate in time to halt this approach? The answer seems to be no, but Molly missed. Gives Sheinjez a chance, and he's going to find 2, but Fozel dead as well. Hasanator in 1v3, and he's quite far away from the site. There's very little chance for him to clutch things out here. He does have a smoke, he does have a kit, but so many players left alive on that T side. Does he want to go through that smoke? The answer is yes, but he's been spotted and go through connector, and they have not checked that position out just yet. jresy might be in a bad spot as he's going to get taken down. And this completely changes the complexion of this round. 50 seconds on the clock, and they want to go towards B again. McQueen spending his utility to make his teammates approach a bit easier. Is that heaven smoke missed? It seems that it did. That could actually cause a few issues, but imoRR is going to get swarmed, and the same could be set for Calyx. lugseN finding that frag, but not even getting close to doing anything more, not being a threat for Ruby in this pistol round. It's EMSTAR against 4, looking for a miracle, finding the first, and looks for more. Has struggled a bit so far. Now he needs to come in clutch. No kit. Basically nothing to work with other than his USB, and now they know exactly where he is. They're just gonna overwhelm him. That nade ain't gonna hit anybody, but the smoke is definitely gonna cover connector, and EMSTAR, before the smoke even fades, finds Hasanator, and that's an opening kill for eternalfire. So Ruby, they're gonna have to slow things down just a little bit here. Nade blows up to the face of EMSTAR, puts him down to 45. And Ruby committing to A. Not forcing a rotate just yet, so that could be a very dangerous thing for eternalfire, as Calyx is the only one defending his site, completely blind, no chance of survival, though Sheinjez is dead. Still a man advantage for the Turkish team. imoRR actually wants to fight, and getting the kills he is. jresy, freebie. And it's only Fozel left with that op 1v3, trying to force out those isolated engagements. If an EMSTAR is ready, an Eternal Fire hits 7, not letting Ruby. Oh, imoRR. That double up setup comes into play quite early and shocks Ruby a little bit. They didn't expect 2 big greens in play. With 35 seconds on the clock, Ruby, they need to hurry things up. They need to find a way to break open that B bomb site. It seems to be their final decision. Let's see if they can find those 3 kills. 3 players defending that site. It's going to be a very difficult approach for the T's, as they're still taking their sweet time, but facing the op 1-for-1, not going to find anything there. Finally finding something, but Fozel not using that ground game to his advantage, which means he's going to die. And Kaide, that was only a consolation kill, as they're going to pull the plug, pull back, and save what they got. It's Eternal Fire needing only 1 more round to tie things up. Not going to happen this time around, as these Sec-9s want to swarm them, though Kaide is dead. EMSTAR as well, that's a 1-for-1. And Ruby's spending a little bit of their utility, and now they're approaching that op, but lugseN, he's not going to miss that shot. 1-for-1. Is that going to force a rotate? The answer seems to be positive, and now it's Shinjez's time to actually approach this site. Going through Monster, knows there's a player towards water. And that smoke will keep jresy at bay, but that nade will at least deal some damage. Oh yeah, solid chunk of damage onto McQueen. Bomb has been planted, but as that smoke helped Ruby, now it halts them a little bit, as it gives a lot of room for Eternal Fire to ready this retake. And Shinjez dead, and that's a man advantage for the Turks. Something is being searched by Ruby, but they're not finding anything, and Hasanator not going to find an opportunity to stop this retake. A very solid retake coming in from Eternal Fire, as they make this hold off that approach alone. A freebie for EMSTAR, that gives them intel as well. Calyx, solid positioning, not traded right away, and he finds so much damage. Hasanator even kills his teammate. 1v4, not looking likely. Might get the bomb down at the very least, which will give his team a little bit more money, though that ain't gonna happen. Didn't plant that. Trying to gain some ground is the side of Ruby. That smoke fall where planned? I don't think it did. 2-for-1, if you count all the kills happening so far. So a positive trade for Eternal Fire. They're going to move their chess pieces around. Leave actually 3 players towards A, and lugseN, he's not going to be expected so late, so deep with that op. He might actually get behind them, though a very good opportunity here. Let's see if Eternal Fire can make things work. Absolutely, yes. They want to commit more players to B. It's going to be 3. The attack commences. Let's see if now these pistols can run them down. The answer is absolutely not. Not with imoRR guarding this site. He gets a triple. jresy gets 1 for himself as well. And with the Glock, Kaide, best he can do is maybe find a kill, and not going to do just that. Watching his back. So that won't be a problem. And there's one. There's the other. And connector has been cleaned up. Eternal Fire on the precipice of getting to that 3rd map decider. lugseN. Oh, he's going to get blown away by Shinjez. Maybe still some fight left in Ruby, though now they're trying to push them. Now they're trying to put the finishing touches onto this map, and they're going to do just that. McQueen with an all-to-do 1v3. Bomb on his back, and the CTs, they're going to take some time to actually get to the site, so this might give him an opportunity to at least get himself into a post-plant position, but even afterwards, he has a lot of work left to do. A wild spray doesn't connect, but the other player does. 13-9, Eternal Fire take their map pick. That a quick push towards B. Smoke quick on the B doors, but Hasanator gets a double and looking for more. Why not 3, though? Fozel not able to get anything similar to that. Not being able to get anything done, though. lugseN is quite low, and even though retaking the B bomb site has historically been a very difficult challenge, it's going to be simple with Geo getting the 2 headshots. A full house for Hasanator and Geo, and the stand-in coach starts off quite well on this deciding map. It's Ruby getting in front after the pistol round. Site Two players on the side, and you got jresy on long. Geo knows that he has to survive for as long as possible and play for his teammate. And Goose, though, oh, jresy is going to get blown away. Hasanator, wild spray, finds only one. And it's Geo's time to come alive again, but he's just going to get swarmed by those pistols. McQueen actually finds that nade kill. Completely blind is Calyx, and all of a sudden we're in a 2v2 with the eternalfire players on half HP. This is still an active round for Ruby, more than an active round, as McQueen finds one more, but imoRR with an all-to-do finds the first, looks for more. That Galil can be a fickle mistress, and he needs to hit that first headshot. McQueen is quite low, and imoRR happened throughout this best of three, but luckily all of them have been solved. EMSTAR completely blind, finds the first frag. jresy great with the double, though, still foes it alive, but only for a short bit. And it's a 1v3 for McQueen, and with the scout, what can you hope to do? Looking for a long-range engagement, a chance to maybe pop a few heads, but missed first shot, and now they can swarm him. Makes this an opportunity, running down mid, as you can see on the mini-map, so there might be some issues for the side of eternalfire, though imoRR is there just to farm up a few kills. EMSTAR as well, as he wants to get that additional kill reward. Geo played for Namiga, so a few solid teams he represented, 1-for-1 to start off this round. EMSTAR doesn't want to overextend, and as he knows that McQueen's op is right around the corner, that molly is going to catch him, so he needs to smoke it out and try and survive. Not going to happen, though, as jresy and Calyx both get kills. And that's a surefire round for eternalfire. Nothing that Ruby can do. They tried to find something, but his best bet is maybe finding a kill, and Hasanator did just that. Still a man advantage for the Turkish team, which means that Ruby don't really have a feasible way of trying their hand at this retake, especially with the molly falling on short. Can't get close enough on time, can't even find into a better position to fight. He died. McQueen didn't stand a chance once he was mollied. Already waiting inside that smoke. That flash might actually catch Hasanator off guard, and he's completely blind. No chance of defending the site. That site belongs to the Turks, and McQueen is just gonna fly away as EMSTAR deleted him off the server. And this point, you just pulled the plug. Save 3 guns and have a chance to buy in the next. Geo, though, wants to fight, and oh, look at that. Fozu with the kill. Now they can maybe think about going for the retake. jresy got a frag towards long, and now they're definitely thinking about it, though. Only 20 seconds on the clock. They're going to need to hurry up. They do have kits. Geo on such low HP, utility there available for the CTs. They need to hurry up. They need to get into the site as soon as possible. EMSTAR holding the line, but his teammate is dead. Wants to get the clutch, and he will, it seems. Even though he's going to die, not enough time for jresy, and he's going to get blown away by all of the eternalfire players, but they're not budging. They want to continue their approach, though the first kill goes into the hands of Ruby. Now the eternalfire players need to find an answer. They need to get to the site, and it's increasingly difficult to do that, as there are so many CTs far and away, and that Deagle claims another kill. Another kill with the P250. It's all crumbling apart, though. A 2v2 now. Geo, the only one alive, finds the frag, and Calyx on half HP manages to get the clutch lines, and they don't expect him. They have no idea. All right, an easy frag, and now they just need to clear out one more. Maybe some trigger discipline could have been useful because they've lost a player. The imoRR killing that first guy and relieving, or rather revealing his hand. Bomb will get planted, and it's a 3v3 post plant with 2 ops defending the site. That's going to be a very difficult nut to crack. Ready for the retake is the Ruby side. No utility for them left. They don't even have kits. Do they want to commit? Now the answer definitely seems to be negative, as Hasanator is dead. And maybe eternalfire want to fight. Maybe they want to take away these guns. The answer is absolutely yes. And jresy just waiting and playing for the exits. It's 7 for eternalfire. Another round that could have gone both ways went their way. 5 rounds a week. imoRR with the op. He had a good spawn and looking for the flick, finding it on Fozel. And that's a quick +1 for EF. Rubbing salt in the wounds of Ruby. And that wound seems to be gaping round after round on this dust too. Spoke about it earlier. Definitely a result you can come back from, especially in the first half when there's 5 rounds of a lead for a team. 3 players on short, so jresy, he has a welcoming committee here, and they're going to swing. No question about it. Everybody's swinging for him, but oh, he finds a kill, and there's EMSTAR as well to find a frag for himself, though both of them are going to die. But it leaves only jresy in a 1v3 with such little HP. No chance of survival. Oh, lugseN, quick enough. That scout will not be used. And Fozol, a bit of an overzealous long-range shot with the dig. Not gonna hit its mark, though jresy in trouble, and he's gonna die. But a posthumous kill with that flame. Still, a man advantage for the side of EF. Going through the smoke is jresy unable to connect. Fozol grabbed that scout, hoping to make something happen with it. And actually catch them off guard. Finds the first, the second connects as well. And now gives him and his teammate an opportunity, but needs to keep himself alive for Geo to arrive. But as soon as he did, he's dead. And Fozol needs to pull a rabbit out of the hat here, and that ain't gonna happen. It's imoRR's job to just cut down any rotates, and you can see on the minimap, he's on CT spawn already, goes through the smoke, finds Geo, and that makes things so much more complicated for Ruby. They need to find a way to rotate, and that's going to be very difficult at this point in time. Now they want to go from short to A. imoRR dead, but does that mean anything? McQueen needs to hit his shots, and he hits one. Pulls back, though. That gives eternalfire at least an opportunity to plant the bomb, even though they're a man behind. jresy already on short. They want to make this retake happen as soon as possible. They got kits, they got utility as well. Finds a 1-for-1 trade. That's not enough for eternalfire. jresy, though, makes something happen. 2v2, finds a player on short and knows one CT. That flash was amazing, but missed shot. 2 flashes to try and get to a site, but it seems like they want to go to B, and if they do it, it's going to be a meat grinder as there's 3 players defending it, and EMSTAR is crisp enough for that first shot. Gets dinked, though, but still has the presence of his teammates. Finds another. They don't expect lugseN, and he's going to clean them up. There's lugseN and imoRRR collecting the kill. Of utility and maybe taking control of the map, but long-range scout duel. Ooh, jresy unable to hit his shots, dealing some damage. Fozol left on 31, and Hasanator taken down. This round might crumble. It might crumble quite quickly as the scouts and the M4s are dealing damage and not losing a single. Only a few shots are necessary for him to be dead. They want to gain some control towards tunnels, and Calyx hits that op shot, and that sends a player forward. imoRRR didn't spot anything towards tunnels, though. And he's going to pull back and try to maintain the status quo. Hasanator is quite low. They've expended a lot of nades so far. They're going to need a few to get to a site. Currently, it seems like the B-bomb site is the better option. And they seem to be opting for that. Sending one player there. Geo maybe just wants to cause a fake and hold the rotate. Shouldn't be able to force a rotation completely, but as I say that, I see 2 players going towards B, 3 of them leaning towards B. And that's going to give Ruby a lot of room to maneuver, but 15 seconds on the clock. Do they have enough time? 1 kill from lugseN could completely halt their plans. Do they have enough time to actually plant the bomb? They need to find this frag, and they're unable to do so. This is done. This is dusted. Not enough time. They're looking for the kills, but the CTs are so far away. 13-4, and that was underwhelming. As Ruby...